part of coming into your own as an adult, as a self-actualized person, really comes down to knowing three things. Number one, who you are. Number two, what you value. And number three, what you want. And these three things, very few people, unfortunately, due to the way that we've all been conditioned, have the answers to. Right? If I were to ask you right now, honest question, what is your win in life? All right, say things were to go amazingly well for you. Right now, in this moment, this second, things went amazingly well. The rest of today, tonight, tomorrow, this week, this month, this year, 5, 10 years from now, everything went perfectly according to plan. What would your life look like? And I can guarantee you this, if you're part of the majority of people, you have no idea. You know exactly what you don't want, right? This is the definition of playing not to lose. It's, well, that wouldn't be there, that wouldn't be there, this person would be my life, I don't want that, I wouldn't want that, I don't want this, I want to get rid of that. Okay, but what do you want? Oh, you tell me. That's what most people say, right? This is a question I ask my clients. I'm like, what do you want, right? What's your win in life? What do you think it should be, Julien? Right? What does society think it should be? What does, social media think it should be? What's the good life? You tell me, because I don't know. I just give my power to you and just, please tell me the answer. Well, guess what? As the thumbnail of this video suggests and mentions, I'm not your daddy. I've been talking to you from a daddy perspective, but I'm not your daddy. I'm not going to tell you what the good life is for you. That's something you have to figure out. I'm not going to do it for you. That's what you're going to have to do. You have to now become your own parent, your own adult. That is a key step in the process of transformation, and that is what this live video is going to address. And yes, before you mention it in the chat, in the comments, before I even look there, this is live. First chat I look. Is this live? Yes, it is. Okay. Someone's like, how would you describe yourself? Well, amazing, beautiful, doable. I don't know. There's so many words, right? Literally any positive word. That's how I would describe myself. Okay, now quick announcement, and then we're going to dive really deep on this. On August 28th, in case you missed it, I'm doing a live event. You can go to JulienSocialSkills.com or click the link in the description of this video, the pinned comment of this video. Honestly, if you can't find the link, don't come to that event because you got a lot to work on, right? Assuming you have basic social awareness, you should be able to find this link or at least type it back in. Go to this link, August 28th. It's a Saturday. I'm doing a full day live event on the topic of social skills. If you'd like to hear my current take on social skills, if I were to teach you social skills right here, right now, with everything that I know, everything that I've gone through, right? Over 15 years of experience, over 10 years of teaching this, what's the key essential things you need to be applying, the things you need to know to improve your social skills, your communication skills, JulienSocialSkills.com. It's a one-time only event. It's not going to happen again. There's not going to be a tour around this event. If you've seen some previous videos where you heard me perhaps say, I don't know if I should, I've been debating, perhaps talking a little bit more about the updated social skills side of things. Well, that's this event. One time only, take it or leave it. Go to that link. You can attend in person if you like in Los Angeles. It's up at a mansion you might have seen in the background of these videos. Or you can attend online from anywhere in the world. So no matter where you live, no excuse, JulienSocialSkills.com, get it going, okay? That's the first announcement, and announcement number 2, if you've been following these lives, there's not gonna be a curse today, but if you could just smash, and really just smash that like button, you would make my day, right? You have no idea how much power you actually hold over this video, over this content, over this channel, over me, with just the power of one click. You own me, You own me, you really do. If you hit the like button, this video will get spread and help people. If you don't, then it won't. So like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. That's just another click, right? Just click subscribe and comment as well, right? If you're in the live chat, the comment should appear after, but just comment below your biggest takeaway, or honestly comment anything, right? Comment your favorite movie. Honestly, I don't care. I read through all of them, but I really don't care. I just care that you comment because that's what the algorithm cares about. The more comments, the more likes, the better. So comment, like, subscribe, you know the deal. Someone's like, I did smash it. Great. And I hope you pat yourself on the back and give yourself a golf clap for smashing that like button. I know everyone and their mom here on YouTube is no longer a fan of the smash the like button. It's a thing that people make fun of. I might have made fun of it. Don't quote me from the past, but me from the present right now. Let's just own it. Let's own it and say it for how it is. Just smash it and smash it good. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe, smash the comment, smash everything in life. Okay, that being said, someone said, I've always wanted to own my own Julien. Well, you do. You do. You own me. YouTube algorithms own me. Social media owns me. I'm yours. Right? They say you can escape having a boss. That's not true. However, you can choose what boss you want to have. That is true. Okay, so let's talk about the topic of this live. Okay, as I mentioned, part of really coming into your own means you know who you are, what you value, what you want. Okay, and it is absolutely crazy that when I ask people, what's your win in life, they really don't know. And the more you venture into this, right, the more you talk to people, you ask them questions, you see past the fronts, past the go-to answers, the more you realize that the majority of adults are simply kids or teenagers mentally living in an adult's body, right? Where most people, guess what? You want to know what runs them? A lot of the things that they think they missed out on in high school, right? The whole high school FOMO. I was never the popular person in high school. I want to be cool. I want validation, right? A lot of people seek validation. Guess what? They're literally trying to be the high school popular person that they weren't and that they missed out on. I just want to be the popular kid. Do the kids in high school, do they see my success here today? Right? Guess what? This actually ran me for a long period of time too. Right? I remember when I first started touring and doing live events, I posted on Facebook. It was a photo of me in front of a big crowd giving a speech. And I was like, oh, I wonder if my high school friends, childhood friends will see this and care. And no one cared, right? Everyone's just busy with their own lives, their own problems. But it was a warning sign where I'm like, maybe I'm doing things for the validation here. Maybe I'm selling out. Took a few more years to realize that, but that's most people, right? It's like a teenage mental soul, a kid mental soul in an adult body. I want to be popular. Am I cool? Right? That's what drives people to want to be cool. Am I cool? Am I the alpha? Am I the beta? Am I the main person? Is the attention on me? Am I popular? Where do I stand? Right? Oh, you know what? I want to have certain friends. Well, what friends would be the cool friends in high school? I want those friends. Oh, I want a partner. Well, what kind of partner would impress my friends, right? Which one would impress the people in high school? And that's literally what runs people, right? And guess what? You add social media to the mix and things just gets supercharged, right? You're looking on social media, you're like, wow, one day I want to be like this, one day I want to be like that, I want to fit in this group, I want to fit in that group. I don't even know it's cool anymore because that depends on who I'm following and what post comes up. And ultimately what happens, you just become this sad thing, this sad sack of a person, always looking to others to tell you what is acceptable, what is cool, what standards you should live up to, what you should value, what you should want, who you should want, and what your win in life is. I even see it in coaching. This is how crazy this gets. And honestly, if you see me bubbling, it's because I'm that frustrated about it. I see it in coaching where this is usually on day 1, day 2. A client will join, say, right, my private coaching program, JulienMentoring.com. They'll join it and they'll be like, well, I'm trying to improve X area of life. Can you do it for me? Tell me what to do. And the harsh truth they have to accept from the very start is, hey, I'm not going to do it for you. I'm also not going to tell you what is the good life for you. However, I'm going to teach you how to do it, and I'm going to teach you how to figure out what the good life is for you. Because guess what? No one can tell you that. Only you can discover it. And that there is the theme of this video once more. It's, hey, stop looking to others, right? And that's, again, FOMO, jealousy, anxiety. It all goes hand in hand with that, right? You're scrolling through social media like, I want to be like that person. I want to be like that person. Tell me what I should do. Oh, I'm jealous of that person. Oh, I'm a little bit behind in life. What does it even mean, being behind in life? You can only be behind in life if you're comparing yourself to someone, right? And that there is little kid thinking. That's high schooler thinking. You want to be a grown-up? You want to self-actualize? You want to be an adult? It's, hey, who am I? Knowing clearly who you are, detaching your self-worth from the approval of others, knowing what you value authentically, what you care about, knowing what you want, the lifestyle you want, the people you want to surround yourself with, and staying true to that. Instead of being a people pleaser, just getting pimped out left and right. Which one are you? Right? And again, we're all conditioned to be pimped out. People enter the self-help world already pimped out, hoping that the self-help world will pimp them out in a better way than the mainstream. You got to stop being pimped out. Okay. A comment here. The horde is live. Yes. Yes, it is. Let's see. It's very serious. I know it's a serious topic, right? No messing around here. Someone's like, Julien told me to do it. I know. I mean, that's really, unfortunately, the learned helplessness mainstream approach to self-help, right? It's like you might seek out a coach and you're like, hey, coach, here's my problem. Can you fix it? But that's still keeping you in a very powerless, pimped out state, right? It's like, do it for me, sir. Please, sir. Julien, will you fix my problems? No. I'll teach you how to do it, but no. Julien, what should I do with my life? How should I know? And why are you asking me? You should know. Right? Julien, is it okay to do this? You tell me. Right? If you remember back in school when we're young, it's like someone will ask, the teacher will be like, write down the answer, or what's the answer? And I had instances of this myself, right? I come from being very people pleasing too, but I'd write an answer, and before even owning that answer, I'd always look over and try to see if I could peer over a classmate's answer to make sure it's the same one. And once I saw that, oh, it's the same one, then I would own it. Same pattern here. Am I doing it right? Am I living right? What are the classmates doing? What's society doing? Teacher, is it okay? No. Come into your own. Right? So this comes down to one, as I said, knowing who you are. Okay? And this goes past trying to define yourself as XYZ. It just means detaching your self-worth from anything external. This is done through letting go. Right? Instead of looking to others, where do I stand in the social hierarchy? Do you think I'm cool? Do you think I'm cool? I'm going to choose that, hey, I'm high value, I'm high worth just because I am. Just because I'm being me, just because I'm here alive. Okay? By letting go, it's getting back in touch with who you are. Not who you think you are, but who you actually are. Number two, it's asking yourself, what do you value? At this moment in life, freeze frame you, what do you value? And you can write this down. This is an amazing challenge, right? Write down your top 10 core values. What do you care about right now in this moment? Is it family? Is it friendship? Is it success? Is it money, right? Finances? Is it business? Is it health? Is it travel? Is it education and growth? Is it new experience, adventure? Is it power? What is it? What do you care about? Make a list and do it by order of priority, right? If you could only achieve one of all of those things, which one would you pick? Write it down. If you could only achieve two, which one would you pick? Write it down as well. And go that way until you get your list of 10, you could say, core values, what you authentically care about. And then audit your day-to-day life. are you living in alignment with that? Right? If you, for example, put health, then business, and you realize that you're spending most of your life on business, very little on health, you're not living in alignment. Vice versa, if you put business first, then health, and you realize you're spending all your time on health and not business, you're also messing up. So your list of core values, audit your day-to-day life, your day-to-day routine, and shift it so it's in alignment with that. Look at what you're selling out and remind yourself, no, this is in the present moment what I care about. From there, audit the past, right? Instead of looking at what everyone else is doing and analyzing social media, it's much better to look back at your past and the data that you gained from different experiences, things you liked, things you didn't like. That places a boundary in terms of what your future goal is, what your ideal life is, right? Oh, I tried this, I didn't like that. Okay, well, that eliminates all these options in life. Let me not do that. I already know from the past, that's not what I'm into. What are you into, right? And then it's asking yourself, well, in the future, what's my ideal life? 5 years from now, where do I see myself? Where do I want to be? Knowing that you can't have it all, and that's fine. What do you want? Right? People are sometimes baffled in coaching because they ask me, like, so, I watch all these videos on how to find your purpose, and I just think that my purpose is, there was someone who's like, I just like doing, like architecture, and I want to be an architect, but I feel like it's not creative enough. And I'm like, the only reason you think that your purpose has to be the super creative, outlandish thing is because you're watching people talking about it, right? The only people who talk about their purpose are creative people. Your purpose could be crunching numbers, right? A friend of mine, his purpose, doing finance. Every single day behind a computer doing finance. Your purpose could be sitting behind a computer doing, sales copy, doing editing. It doesn't have to be this over-the-top, out there thing. And you can also see once more how we always look externally. Oh, I look at all these YouTubers and I want to also be a YouTuber. Oh, I look at all these YouTubers and their purpose is creative, so I also want to just be creative. No, don't get pimped out by YouTubers. Don't get pimped out even by me. Figure out you. Do you. This is literally the foundation of doing you. What is you? What do you care about? What do you want? And just do it for you. And this also means asking yourself on the flip side, what are you willing to sacrifice? Right? Guess what? Right now in my business, if you just take me in a business sense, I could, if I wanted to, be crushing it way more. Let that sink in. I could be crushing it way more than I am right now. I could honestly probably 5x, 10x my income. I could really just destroy things on a business level. But then the flip side is, what am I sacrificing? Right? I could do that, but I would have to sacrifice a lot. I'd have to sacrifice, for example, a lot of health, a lot of sleep, a lot of personal time, a lot of my own well-being, things I care about, a lot of family time, things I value, right? People I value. There's a lot to sacrifice. And at some periods in your life, it makes sense. At some of your life, of course. But that's what screws people, is they just get pulled in all these directions. What are you willing to sacrifice? If the answer is yes, go for it. If the answer is no, then stick true to yourself and your values, right? You're your own parent. You're your own boss. You're your own source of authority. Why don't I 10x, like 5, 10x my income? Because I'm not willing to sacrifice the things that it would take to do that. And that's also getting clear on you, where it's like, well, why are you even chasing success, right? Why are you even chasing, more income? Well, it's for these reasons, right? That depends on the person. But then say you want to make more, you have to sacrifice those very reasons, then it doesn't make any sense. So that's a question for you here in life. If you were your own authority, you can ask anyone else, what do you want out of life? Who do you want to be with? Now you think will impress your friends, but who do you actually want? What kind of lifestyle do you want? Right? Everyone's conditioned, I just want the hustle lifestyle. No. You could authentically say, hey, you know what? I don't want the hustle lifestyle. I don't even want to make a lot of money. I just want this, this, this. Great. Massive respect. Because you know who you are, you know what you value, you know what you want. If you can't answer those three things, if you don't know that at a core, you're bound to be pimped out and it's going to get ugly. Scrolling through the live chat real fast here. Who here can accept the reality of being boring? I'm not sure if you're saying yourself being boring. That should not happen, right? If you're bored with yourself, that's a huge sign that you need to work on the relationship you have with yourself, and that comes from letting go. But then, in terms of life itself, I think adding moments of boredom is actually great. And I think this is something that social media and technology has really robbed from us, right? Where say you take 50 years ago, 100 years ago, right? Say, you're growing up, you're bored, right? Or you're in your adult life and you're bored. There's not much you can do, right? It's like, 100 years ago, I'm bored. Let me go outside and, go for a walk. Let me go outside and play with a stick. There's not much. There's not Netflix. There's not the Instagram or TikTok. You can't distract yourself. It's just you with yourself. And those moments of boredom are basically, you could say, windows or gaps in your life for moments of inspiration to kick in. Here, we never allow those moments of nothingness for something to kick in. As soon as there's nothingness, we distract, we consume. There's no room for authentic producing, right? And again, with social media, I think there are studies that I'm not sure on this, don't quote me on this, but I believe there are studies that were made where it's actually proven that we're not meant to know as much as we know here today about other people. We're not meant to know as much in terms of what they think, what they know, what their thoughts are on a day-to-day basis, right? That's social media. I'm thinking this now, I'm thinking that now, I'm doing this now, and it really messes with us because we're just always comparing, FOMO, anxiety. It's like, cut that out. That's just another form of you trying to chase different external standards. Choose your own standards authentically, don't look externally, and live up to those. Find your win, be able to answer, who am I, what do I value, what do I want, or get ready to get pimped. Scrolling through the chat once more. Boring is still an experience. That too, right? It adds the contrast to this thing called life. I'm watching from Colombia. Amazing. I've been to Medellin, and I remember filming a video out in the street, and people ran up to me screaming. And I was literally just filming, like, why are they screaming? Are they coming up to me? And they're like, put it away, put it away. And this was downtown Medellin. And they're like, oh yeah, it happens, like if you have a camera out, that cars will pull up gunpoint and just steal your stuff and take your camera, or especially if you're a foreigner, they'll just drag you in the car. So literally all the locals were screaming, put it away, and that was Colombia. But it was beautiful. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful. Yeah, that's it. Beautiful, dangerous, yet beautiful. But you could say that's the most beautiful kind of beauty. I needed to hear and view this. Right, I mean, it's true. It's, again, the conclusion of this stream, and it's a bit ranty, it's a bit all over the place, I know. I just knew I wanted to talk about this today. I really had zero bullets. This is me just ranting and talking off the top of my head. But this is really what it means to be an adult, to come into your own. It's you choose what you want for you. Like, what would get your approval? That's the question. Screw chasing others' approval. And don't put your approval behind someone else's. Like, I'll only approve of myself if they approve of me. No. If you go to your approval directly, what do you want? And just own that. And even if it's not something that you could say is what most people want or value, right? Like a common one is when people go out and say work on their social skills, it's like, I feel very uncomfortable if I don't drink, right? They don't want to drink. That's their authentic value. It's like, I'm going out, I don't want to drink. But because everyone else is drinking, I kind of want to fit in. I don't want to miss out. Oh, there's the FOMO. Oh, and there's the anxiety of people pointing it out. It's like, yo, own you. You don't want to drink, own that. Own that so much that guess what? Instead of you looking up to others, like, please tell me what's right, and trying to chase their approval, get it so that other people chase yours. It's flipping the script. This is the definition of flipping the script. You trying to live up to other people's script, society's script, this imposed script, or you coming up with your own authentic script, and then people, if they want to, can choose to be a part of it and chase your standards and whatever script it is that you're writing from a place of authenticity, right? So instead of saying everyone's drinking and you don't drink and you're like, I don't fit in, what about, I just don't want to drink? And if someone were to ask you, oh, why are you drinking? Because I don't want to. I'm not getting pimped out. I don't want to. That's just me in the moment. Own it. Oh, why are you friends with that person? Because I like him. Why are you with that person? Because I like being with them. Oh, it's because it would give me the approval. It's because with the popular kids in high school. It's because with society. It's like, no, it's just because. Do you. I do me, you do you. You don't know what doing you is? I wish you well. Okay, but that's really the shift. And you can on this in all areas of life. Are you looking even externally for advice to help you do you? Or are you looking for someone to do you? There it is. That's the conclusion of this stream. It's, are you doing you and looking for better ways to do you? Or are you looking for someone else to do you? If you're looking for someone else to do you, society to do you, or friends to do you, if that's you setting yourself up to get pimped out. Do you. Discover what doing you even means, what that is. And once you do it and you do you and it feels good, there's no going back. Let's see here. Come to Romania. I've been to Romania before too. I did Romania, Bulgaria, and I took a train from Romania to Bulgaria, and it was one of the craziest experiences where it was a very, objectively ghetto train. There was no food, no service on the train, and we took it in the morning, so it was like a 16-hour or even more. I don't remember how long it was, but it was like a full day. It's like, okay, no food, no water. We bought some bread buns and some water, and we just got on. And halfway through, near the border of Romania and Bulgaria, it just stops and it detaches itself, and all of the train wagons are just stuck there. And we're stuck there for 2-3 hours as gypsies start running out of the woods, jumping off and on the train. Apparently people get robbed there all the time. There's like wild dogs. It was a crazy experience. And then finally another, I don't even know how you call it, train thing locked on to our train thing, and we got to Bulgaria. So yeah, it was crazy. Let's see. Someone's like, I do want to drink. I too own that. I'd say the scribbling flip is amplified through chemicals. What? I mean, that's the other thing too, right? It's like the script could be mainstream where it's like, I don't want to drink. Or it could be self-help or spiritual work where it's a lot of people like, never drink, versus, hey, you know what? I want to drink from time to time. That works too. Ultimately, it's asking yourself, what do you want, and staying true to that. And really making sure that it comes from the authentic you, and that it's not motivated by chasing some kind of external approval. Okay, and it is scary, right? This is also the definition of taking responsibility, owning who you are, as opposed to being a kid who can just, again, pass the responsibility on to others, right? And that'll result in blame, blame, blame. It's your fault, and please do it for me. Versus, hey, you know what? Enough of that. I'm going to take responsibility. I'm going to do me. I know what I want. I know who I am. I know what I value. I'm going to stay true to that. Anything that isn't aligned with that, I'm going to cut it off, and that too. Don't just say yes to everything. Have firm boundaries. If something isn't aligned with your ideal life, with where you're moving, cut it off and be shameless about it. It's not for me. Done. And having that strong conviction, that strong reality, that strong conviction, staying true to it. Not only will that lead you to having an amazing life, but it will also create a very appealing magnetic vibe around you and your personality, where people are like, wow, that's very few people are like that. It's very magnetic. People get drawn to it. Okay, so keep that in mind. And one last question I get here sometimes when I talk about this is, well, what about, why should you have an ideal life? Why is the ideal not here? And that's a great question, right? In the moment, yes, you should feel completely fulfilled. However, okay, I love video game analogies. If you compare it to a video game, if you think of life, right now it's like you've been playing, say, GTA or Red Dead Redemption, right? And you've completed all the missions and you've succeeded at the game. That's life. We're born, and we actually, from the moment we're born, that's us winning the game called life. But we're still stuck in the game. We're still here until the day we die. And think of it as you playing a video game, you finish all the missions, no more missions, and you're now free roaming. Now that's great. You're like, okay, I'm going to go check out this area. but after a while it can get boring. So what do you do to enhance your experience of that game? You come up with your own goals, authentic goals, and the only reason of coming up with those goals is to enhance your experience. You're like, I'm going to imagine that this is this and that's the goal. There's really nothing to win because you're getting a free roam anyway, but you have a goal to create excitement and that enhances the whole journey towards completing that goal. And the joy of having a goal, remember this, does not come from accomplishing the goal. The only reason you have a goal, the joy is in the journey there. Once you accomplish a goal, there's the next goal and the next goal and the next goal. Okay? Having a goal is not about accomplishing it. It's about what it does to your experience of the present moment. Okay? So, take it to heart. As I mentioned at the start of this live video, if you go to JulienSocialSkills.com, you can book your spot. Okay, this is a one-time only live social skills event, August 28th, a Saturday. It'll be in Los Angeles, but also broadcasted online, so it doesn't matter where you live. One time only, JulienSocialSkills.com. Click the link in the description, link in the pinned comments. You know what to do. No replays, no future tour, literally one time only. From who I am here today, everything I know here today, what would be the most efficient, result-producing way to learn social skills, to improve your communication skills. It'll all be revealed at JulienSocialSkills.com, August 28th. And make sure you also like this video, comment under this video. The more comments, the better. The more likes, the better. Subscribe if you haven't already. Okay. Just scrolling through the chat here. Someone's like, let the bots drink. You are a spiritual being. Don't drink. Well, you can say that, but actually here's the final point, right? It's like you can say, oh, you're a spiritual being. Don't drink. But yet again, is that you doing you, or is that you trying to impose onto others, right? You can advise for it. Hey, in my experience, I found that not drinking is great. But if someone wants to drink, there should be no change in like, oh, I don't respect that. Ooh, it's like they're doing them. You can choose to be around them or not. But you should have the same amount of respect. It's like, hey, they're going to do them, I'm going to do me. Don't try to impose you on everyone. Help other people discover what doing them is. Because it's unique for every single person. For you, you might be like, I don't like drinking at all. Great, do you. Someone else might be like, hey, I like having a drink every now and then. Great, do you. Teach people how to do them. Don't try to make them do you. There we go. There we go. Look at that. And I will say, by the way, again, rewatch this. It's live. It's in the moment. Amazing speaking, I know. But in the moment, I had no idea what I was going to really talk about in terms of explaining this. I just knew I had to let it out. It had something to do with doing me and you doing you. So I hope it clicked. Comment if it did. Comment your takeaways. Like the video. Subscribe. And of course, as always, until next time.
Like, this program is such a game changer. The way everything's structured and the material, it's been already, even for me, it's just been, I'm noticing a crazy change in the way that my whole life's like playing out.
What you put together is just incredible. There's nothing like that.
I've just jumped like a million levels. It's just been a complete 180 for my experience of existing. That's awesome.
It's just been so huge in terms of so many of the things I'm finally understanding and realizing and epiphanies I'm having.
What you do is a huge inspiration to me, and I think it's one of the most beautiful things you can give to another human in this entire world.
You saved my fucking life, man. I'm telling you, this is real, man.
Sometimes all it takes is just one person who believes in you. Find people who are where you are in life and model them, work with them. I would not be here if I didn't have people who held me accountable.
Wow.
I just felt a click and things are changing.
This program was just top notch.
Seriously, like, this is a masterpiece. This is perfect.
Everything, the way it's set up, the live calls, like all the support from the coaches is incredible.
It's been nuts.
I just had my tears of joy.
This was the best decisions I ever made.
Thank you for creating something wonderful like this.
This program was
phenomenal.
This program was amazing.
This program has definitely changed my life.
I know for a fact I'm in the right place.
This is exactly what I was expecting from the program.
It's been spectacular.
I feel really lucky to have found you.
Thank you so much, Julien. It's worth every dollar.